So y'all know that I'm a business owner, okay? Um, by nature, I've always been like an avid researcher. That's the best way to put it, right? So because of that, I've found out so many things on my own that I think other people should know. That being said, today we're going to talk about AI, okay? And I'm not just going to talk to you about it, I'm going to show you. Um, because I don't know if y'all know what a prompt engineer is, but that is what I'm considered in the AI space. As soon as I knew anything about AI, the first thing I did was get a prompt engineering certification. I never went after the jobs. They say you can get up to like 3 to 400K a year. I don't know how realistic that is because I didn't learn it for the money. I learned it for the processes and systems that can be put in place so that my businesses can run smoother. And in that, I found out so much. So I'm gonna give you guys what I'm gonna call a prompt engineering tutorial. The difference between a regular person inputting something AI and the response it gives versus someone who's taken the certification for prompt engineering, knowing how to respond, pull out, or ask something of a large language model. And if that all sounds like gibberish, just pay attention. So I'm going to pull up ChatGPT. I'm going to share my screen and do that for y'all. So a normal person, right, would say, y'all know I talk about wealth a lot. Tell tell me about wealth. Lord, sorry y'all. What keyboard? You see this? I'm not pushing extra stuff, okay? Tell me about wealth in my community. I live in Virginia. I'm about to say I know how to spell community. Y'all know I do everything raw and uncut, so if you see me have to respell something, it's because I'm a human. I am not like a dictionary, so let's get into it, right? Watch this. You see that? It only talked about Virginia Beach, right? So I am now going to speak to this large language model as if I am a prompt engineer and watch the difference, right? I'm going to say act as a subject matter expert and explain the wealth landscape in the state of Virginia, highlighting its areas of poverty. Watch the difference. Pay attention. Still going. Now, let's read the two so we can see the difference, okay? The first question says, tell me about wealth in my community. I live in Virginia. That's your average person that doesn't understand that you really gotta, you know, get down and dirty with this thing. So It says, as of 2023, this is the response from ChatGPT for, as of 2023, Virginia Beach, Virginia has a median household income of $90,685 and a per capita income of $47,372. The average annual household income is approximately $113,388. The city's poverty rate is 8.4. I'm not going to read the rest of the paragraph. Now, let's go and read the question that a prompt engineer would give it. Act as a subject matter expert and explain the wealth landscape in the state of Virginia, highlighting its areas of poverty. That's something that a person who does research would do. It understands this question in a totally different format simply based off how it responded. Now, I read you the first question and the first response. Listen to how this response goes. Virginia's economic landscape is characterized by notable disparities in wealth and poverty across its regions. As of 2023, the state's median household income was approximately 90,000. $974 with a per capita income of $49,217. The overall poverty rate stood at 10.2%. Regional income disparities, and it begins to break down. And it talks about the concentrations in which areas, etc., and where the wealth is. It didn't do any of that up here. It strictly told you about Virginia Beach and all of its residents and how much money they got and how much their medium income is. And they talked about white residents and black residents and or African American residents. And he told you all these things that had nothing to really base it off of, right? All you knew was about all you knew about was Virginia Beach. Y'all know I'm getting tongue tied, I'm sorry. Meanwhile, okay, this is live. You turn around and go down here, and not only does it break it down by area, it tells you percentages, it gives you different cities, it tells you different rates, it tells you high lows, medians, and then it even goes down here and tells you how the wealth is distributed in the communities in Virginia. Do you see the difference? I don't know who needs to hear this. Just a little gentle, nudge. Go and find out how to use these computer systems, this new advanced technology, this artificial intelligence. You won't be sorry because I'm telling you, if I had not taken this class, I would not know how to do what I know how to do. I learned so much. I created an ebook, a prompt engineering ebook that is breaking down every single thing you need to know on how to interact with a large language model. Like, if you don't know no better, you're not going to do any better. And if you follow people like Earn Your Leisure, like I do, they talk a lot about the technology gap and how it's growing so big. If you don't start now or haven't started already, you're probably never going to be able to like even close the information gap that's there. And our kids don't have a clue, our seniors don't have a clue, our middle-aged people don't have a clue. And the majority of the people who hold these jobs and certifications, they speak Mandarin. And I'm only bringing this topic to y'all today because it's something that we should be worried about, especially as far as our generational wealth goes. Because if we go fully digital, your dollars mean nothing. Nothing. If we decide that technology is going to be the only thing in existence and we don't know how to use it, where does that leave us? Have we thought about that? Are we talking about that? These are the topics I talk to my people about. And when I say my people, I mean like my little small groups. We meet in cohorts and we just kind of hash out real life things, real life situations. And y'all know I'm no I'm no expert at anything. but I make sure that I'm in the know of the things that I know that my children need to be taught, especially as a home educator, as a homeschool mom. I have the ability to make sure that my kids know things that may not be in a public school or private school's curriculum. I have the ability to handpick what I want them to learn, and no one can like say, oh, that's against the rules, or you're going to be sent to the superintendent, blah, blah, blah. I am the superintendent, and that is one of the reasons why homeschool is really important to me because when it came down to my children in public school, and we'll go over that story one day when I'm more comfortable, but it was always a disconnect, and I start at home, so my kids went to school knowing the majority of what they learned in pre-K, they already knew. So the teachers had a hard time. And I would ask questions like, hey, can I give them a workbook? Can I send some, worksheets so they can like not be in your hair? Everything was a no. So it was not much left to do after all the horrible things I ended up having to go through with school systems. I just became a homeschool parent because it was just like that was the only real thing that made sense, you know? So just be mindful that these things that don't seem like they're that big of a deal. I don't like technology. I don't like robots. You better learn. Y'all know I only come talk to y'all about things that matter, and this here matters. Okay? First of all, let's get into how fast it was able to give me the information. Better yet, let's do a topic that makes sense. Because everybody likes social media, right? They like to gossip. Watch this. Tell me the most latest gossip in the Black community. Watch this. It may tell me that I use words they don't like, but let's see what they say. Searching the web, thinking. Need I say more? Do I need to say more? People don't have to know you. They can just put in a prompt like this, and you get a whole page and pictures and articles. You still think I'm playing? You still think I'm playing? I got another one for y'all. First of all, let's read celebrity news. Kendrick Lamar's Grammy sweep. Drake and Kendrick Lamar's feud. Viola Davis's fashion statement. Entertainment news. Celebrity Big Brother 2025. For the culture. Renewed for season 2. Community discussions. Dating challenges for Black women. Like, what? What? A guide to the many lawsuits against Diddy. Like, what? In seconds. So when y'all are trying to figure out why your kid or your kids or children don't really care to hear what anybody is saying, this is the access we gave them when we start giving them cell phones. It has evolved way, way, way much more than we could imagine since, from when we were kids. So when you're wondering why their attention span is short, that's all they have to do. Ask a question and they're done. Okay? Done. I got one better for you. Last but not least, humor me. Who do we want to be today? Let's be a vlogger. I am a vlogger. What in the world? I need to get my nails cut, y'all. Did I spell it right? Why we got 3 G's and A's for 2? Whose brand colors is green, gold, and white? I am having a meet and greet. Did I spell it right? Please make me a flyer. Period. Thanks. They want a comma here. They want to capitalize that. Oh, I spelled it right. Okay. They want a punctuation, another period. Watch this. Just wait. My memory has been updated. Here's a flyer concept. Your meet and greet using your brand colors green, gold, and white, and keeping a clean, engaging blogger aesthetic. You see that? Then it says, would you like me to design a visual version of this flyer for you? If you upload a photo of your logo, I can include that too. Yes. All I'm gonna say is yes, that's right. It's gonna ask me, do I want a flyer? Do you need something? Your compute, I'm on my MacBook, by the way. I don't think people understand where we are, especially with the current administration and who they have like in place. It's time to really, really start learning the things that matter. Like, I know it may not be your niche, I know you may not be interested, but at least have an awareness of it is all I'm saying, y'all. It's super important for you to have at least an awareness of it. It's outrageous. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all think I'm playing. You're invited. Meet and greet with. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. And with that being said, I am gone. Do with this video, but look, what? Need I say more? Need I say more? Let's read it. You're invited. Meet and greet with. Put your name, your location, insert venue, name and address, date, insert date and time. Come vibe with me in real life. Let's laugh, snap selfies, share stories, and connect with our amazing community. Giveaways, photo ops, Q&A, talk. Dress code. Keep it cute with a touch of green, gold, and white. RSVP. Insert your email. Insert your socials. You ready? This is what our children have at their fingertips daily. It's evolving every second. And we have people out here who don't even know how to use their cell phone properly. So when I tell you a class like prompt engineering is simply put the bare minimum that we can do for ourselves to just simply understand how to ask this thing, what we need to ask it. And like I told you in the beginning of this video, I use this for my business. As a government contractor, I read a lot. Like some proposals are corrections, some RFPs are like 80 to 120 pages at a time. And then they want you to write a 30-page proposal. Baby, template me, please. The ones that I have successfully won, I turn into a template. It's time for me to go, y'all. But I wanted to make sure you knew how important this was. Get the ebook if you can. Link in the comment. Link in the comment.